All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. Two things I want to mention very quickly. Number one, yes, I know I can't rock a hat, but unfortunately I still have very bad bed head, so I just decided to throw on the first thing that I saw. Number two, I did move the camera back onto the other side because I noticed when I look at the monitor, it kind of looks weird that I'm looking this way, but on the other side of the screen, so it made more sense to have it on this side. So I decided to go back. Hope you guys are all doing well. Plenty to dive into and discuss with the esports scene apparently growing. You guys know that the last couple of times I've discussed that it doesn't look so bright of the future, considering EA is not helping a lot of these pro organizations out. Well, a little bit of a change has happened that I'm pretty excited to talk about, and hopefully more will come out on that soon. Also, ImperialHal giving a massive hot take on Twitter, kind of ticked a lot of pro players off, and we're talking about a lot of legend comps today that I'm pretty excited about. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends esports related. And without further ado, let's dive right into this. First thing that I wanted to make mention here, so this was coming from Fallout, an ALGS caster. You guys know Fallout, obviously one of the biggest casters that was in the Gears of War scene, and then obviously one of the biggest ones that we have in the Apex scene, if not the most fan favorite caster, is most definitely Mr. Fallout. However, he actually had something that he announced just a couple of days ago, saying introducing a brand new I guess like a little Apex competitive scene here. It's called Apex Rising, a new by the community and for the community effort aimed at growing the Apex Legends esports community by providing all deserving players an opportunity to compete, grow, and enjoy Apex esports. And then also number two, doing good for the world and fundraising for charity. And if you go back to his retweet, he also says basically esports/gaming press. We have a press only pre-access briefing document with all the confidential information for this event. Info released on embargo until we get approvals for our Friday announcement. Any press interested in receiving early access info, please let me know, and ads appreciated. I did apply to this, and he also follows me. I may just DM him, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, good stuff to see that Fallout is actually trying to progress the Apex esports. One thing I like about Fallout is not only is he a good casting talent, like not only does he do a pretty good job, but like we all know that Apex esports is like a one kind of opportunity thing that sets itself apart from all other games. Like at the end of the day, Warzone, like Battle Royale, it's just not going to be like the same concept in my personal opinion. I don't think that you're going to get that hype because when you watch legend compositions and teams are running different legends and stuff, it just brings a whole new dynamic to the esports scene. And I personally like the way that Apex does, especially with Matchpoint as well. Apex just has the best system in my personal opinion, and that's why I really like it. So I really like that Fallout has looked at this and said, like, you know, look, man, Apex is just one of a kind, and we need to make sure that the esports scene is flourishing. So shout out to Fallout for trying to do that. Really good stuff to see. Also wanted to make mention of this. TSM ImperialHal giving a very, very tremendous hot take over on Twitter. A lot of pro players disagreed, but some, I thought this was crazy. Some former teammates almost kind of called him out on this, and I don't really know how I feel about this. So he started it off by saying this. Here's a hot take. Horizon, Seer, and Valk meta was one of the best metas in Apex since release. Then a lot of people, of course, started to comment down below. This is faded disrespectfully. Snipedown even said this seems very biased due to your success because Seer was the worst thing to happen in competitive Apex. And ImperialHal responded, sitting in corners isn't a skill, you old man. And I thought it was funny because they begin to go back and forth, yet your second favorite meta conveniently is Wraith, Watson, and Path. And then he asked, what's your favorite meta? Octane, Blood, and Gibby, bit of everything. And a lot of people began to say that as well. Aberlelli said it as well. However, you know, one of the responses with ImperialHal is that Gibby's way too forgivable, one-dimensional, and all of this stuff. But then also said, listen, guys, for the people telling me that I said this because of success, okay, sure. But I can also say that you didn't like it because you simply sucked at it. And it's kind of funny because, you know, Snipedown went from being on one of the best teams in TSM. Then obviously when he went to Halo and came back, FaZe did not have a good season at all. Didn't even qualify for the LAN, of course, and really wasn't even that close. And you could maybe argue that they did not learn to abuse the meta like some of these other teams did. And one thing you can always give credit to TSM for is that when the meta changes, they are very adaptable. They do an amazing job at adapting to whatever is new, whatever is hot. Like right now, you know, we're going to talk about this video in just a second about what the new like meta may be. And I think TSM has caught on it early. I think they're already capitalizing on it. And I think they're probably going to be one of the best at it because of this. And I don't think they're just the best because they're like the best at reading zones or the best at doing this. I think they're like very, very quick to pick up on what is the best very early on, and they master it very early on as well. So someone in ImperialHal's chat had asked him, what are the best 3 legends to be running right now? And then obviously there's a different answer, one for ranked and one more for you know, competitive and stuff like this, because they're played out a little bit differently. So take a look at this clip of what TSM has already picked up on as the best legend meta, and we'll see how true this becomes, because I'm starting to notice that like TSM was like the first one to do it, and now a lot of these other teams are following suit. Are they doing it just because it's TSM and they think TSM's the best, therefore we need to kind of copycat what they do? Or is this actually going to be the best meta? I mean, maybe TSM is just very good at reading this stuff. So roll the clip.
Top 3 legends right now? Depends on what you're doing. Like playing ranked, like Seer Catalyst is really good. And then like the third could be like anything really. Seer Cat, Valk, Seer Cat, Bangalore. Yeah, top 3, like Seer Cat for sure. Seer Catalyst, and then like the third can be, if you're playing ranked like Loba. If you're not playing ranked, like Seer Catalyst, Valk, Bangalore, Maggie, stuff like that. Yeah, Seer over Blood on. Who's the sleeper right now? It's true. I try to find a fuse and scrims, and it's actually
So we're going to see how all of that stays true and how all of that goes down very soon, because I also wanted to mention here, just next month, literally a couple of days from now, we're going to have Split 2 Pro League begin. And you guys can see right here the groups that we have for the Pro League. Group A, we've got TSM, we've got Optic Gaming, Complexity, Team Diverge, Counter Logic Gaming, the Tripods. I thought it was just absolutely brilliant to put Nick Merckx's team inside of TSM's group. I mean, obviously these guys got beef. These guys got a lot of, you know, like drama to talk about as well. So I think it's going to be awesome to see all of these teams kind of battle it out. Group B, we've got NRG, we've got Furia, the Guard, Dark Zero. That's a pretty stacked group in my personal opinion. We've also got 100 Thieves, Oxygen, which had a terrible LAN event. Glitch Energy, which is also there, of course. Xset, Revival, Rise, a couple others as well. And I think this is going to be like a very competitive Pro League Split 2. Now it does start next month. I'm not sure exactly like what the start date is, but you guys can see the seasonal format. If you guys are not, you know, really sure how this stuff works, 30 teams in each region will be seeded into 3 groups of 10 teams, each using Split 1 playoff ALGS and Split 2 qualifiers performance. The teams compete in a double round robin format. Each group plays each other group 3 times, and then each team will play 36 games in the regular season. The series consists of 6 games, and then after the 36 games are over, each team will be ranked by their post-match series points, and then the top 20 teams of the 36 games will play an additional match called regional final, and then the regional final will be using match point system and also giving post-match series points. The eventual rankings basically will be determined after the regional final, ranked by their post-match point series. It's very confusing, but if you guys have seen the graphic from last season, you understand how it worked. The top 9 teams of the winter regional will advance to the playoffs, and that's the graphic that I was talking about. You could see the 9 teams that made LAN, the 9 teams that stayed in Pro League but didn't make LAN, and then obviously the people that didn't make it and have to go back through the qualifiers, and some have already obviously done so. Now obviously some of these like challenger circuits as well are going to be going on, so obviously if you're not in the Pro League but you're still trying to play some ALGS stuff, here are basically some potential dates. A little bit of an interesting point made by Jazz, saying questions that need answers. Why are the CC dates different on Liquipedia compared to Battlefy? And why does EA ALGS website say that we had 5 CC splits when not only did we not have 5 splits, we didn't have 5 CC tourneys? I just want to know when CC actually is. So yeah, I'm kind of confused by all of this graphic as well. But there's also a comment. I don't know if these guys are friends and they're just playing with each other. I'm kind of confused now. But Crow basically said, how stupid are you? First off, that screenshot says split 1. You don't have to worry about it. But anything on Battlefy is correct. Obviously, don't trust Liquipedia as the final dates. But Light, who's a little bit more calm about a response, said Battlefy website shows the 4 CCs and their dates now. Those are 100% accurate. CC5 was technically just the Pro League quals that happened a few weeks ago. So a little bit of an updated explanation if you guys were confused based upon the website. Also wanted to make mention of this. Uriel, who literally we just mentioned in a video not long ago, that apparently quit Apex Legends. He was done. He's got like a top offer for a school to go into. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's 16, you know, right? He doesn't change his mind. He's coming back to Apex, made some arrangements. He's currently looking for a team. Feel free to DM me what he's expecting. He's at least a one-time pred in the last 3 seasons, competitive experience, ALGS finals, etc. Roller team preferred. So, yeah, interesting stuff to see. I mean, at the end of the day, we see people in Apex do this all the time. They're leaving, they quit the game to come back into the game. Now they're competing again. And, you know, I don't really know what's going to happen. However, definitely interesting rosters that could form in the challenger scene and in the semi-pro scene. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video. If you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends esports related, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you later, Gators.